It is too cold outside to be pissed off, but I am so mad, y'all. Let me tell y'all what just happened to me. Okay, so on October 25th, I was driving my trailer home and my trailer got a flat tire. The tire actually blew. So, of course, I was in a panic, end up having to come home or end up having to drive it home on the flat. When I got home, the next day I actually had a homecoming event, so I had to get the tire fixed because I had a homecoming event the next day that I could not miss out on. So I ended up doing some research trying to find me a 24-hour tire shop. I ended up finding 24-hour tire connection. I contacted them and I just said, hey, this is what's going on. I really need a tire. Can you guys come out to me to fix it because I clearly can't drive the trailer to you? So Jamal Smith, or Jamil, I think that's how you say his name, Jamil Smith, I'm guessing is the owner of the business. Him and his business partner ended up saying like, yes, we can come out, and we'll come to you to change the tire. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they ended up coming out that next morning, early in the morning. My event was at 10 a.m. They ended up getting to me around like 7 a.m., which was perfect. They end up calling and saying, hey, we actually are outside. We just finished changing your tire. Can you come out and pay? I'm like, okay, cool. So I come out and I see that the tire is fixed. I'm like, okay, cool. How much is it? He's like, it's 200. So I'm like, 200? He's like, yeah, 200 for the tire because we had to come out last minute, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I went on and paid, his price of it being 200. Now, I did not know that I was paying 200 for a used tire. Okay? I did not know that. So I went on and did my event. Cool. Now, fast forward to this month. We're in December. It is December 5th, I think, or 4th. On the 2nd of December, a month and 5 days later, that same tire is completely flat. And the bad part about it is I have an event the same day. So I actually went to go pick up my trailer from the place that I leave it stored at. And I noticed that my tire was completely flat and I was on my way to an event. So of course I'm in a panic. So I instantly called Jamel because I'm like, why is the tire that I just purchased from you a month ago already flat? Like what? And I paid you $200 for this tire. So I call him and I'm telling him like, hey, the tire is flat. I have an event that I need to get to in the next 30 minutes. Like, can you help me? You know what I'm saying? So he tells me, yes, because we put on a used tires only last 1 to 2 months. So that's why it's flat. Well, that didn't make any sense to me. So I'm like, okay, well, I need a brand new tire. So can you come and put a brand new tire on? So he was like, yes, we can. I'm like, well, how much is it for a brand new tire? He's like, 170. No, he said 130. I'm like, 130 for a brand new tire, and just a month ago you charged me 200 for a used tire? Like, it didn't make sense to me. So I instantly was like, I'll call you back. So I get off the phone with him and I call Firestone because I have a Firestone business credit card with them. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and put it on a credit card and I can worry about this later. So I call Firestone. I'm like, hey, how much is it for, 2 brand new tires? So they tell me it's going to be this price for the brand new tires, but because they're not going to be the ones putting it on, I can't get a warranty. I'll have to come and pay in cash for them or pay it with my credit card, and then pick them up, and then that's just what it will be. So I called Jamal back and I'm like, hey, Jamil. I keep calling him Jamal. His name is Jamil. I called him back and I was like, hey, no, I actually texted him and I was like, hey, how much would it be for me to just have you come and just put new tires on? I just want you to install the tires that I have already purchased. So he tells me in a text message it's going to be 15 to 20 bucks. So I'm like, okay, cool. Can you come tomorrow? Because at this point I am so annoyed and I'm like, I don't even want to see your face today. You know what I'm saying? And I still had to go pick the tires up from Firestone. So the next day, which is now today, I text them and I'm like, hey, what time can you come tomorrow to put the tires on? Because I got the tires and I need them put on. I have 2 events on Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday. I really don't have time for you to play with me. So what time are you coming? So he texts me back. He waits and then he texts me back maybe like 5 hours later. And he's like, it's going to be, you're going to have to call, I think his name was Cairo. He was like, you have to call Cairo for assistance, I guess, to book it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'll call Cairo and I'm like, hey, it's Bree from Icy Express. Y'all came out a month ago, replaced a tire, gave me a used tire for 200. Now I purchased new tires because that tire that you just gave me is completely flat and I need you to put these new tires on. Jamel quoted me 15 to 20 bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you schedule him to come out tomorrow? So he's like, oh, well, it's gonna be $20 for each tire to be put on, but then he's also gonna charge you a fee to come out. And I'm like, well, what's the final price gonna be? He gonna say 170. Y'all, that instantly pissed me off. I said 170 for you to put tires on? I'm not buying the tires from you. You're just coming and putting the tires on. 2 tires on my trailer. Why are you charging me 170 to put on 2 tires, and you charged me 200 for a used tire, but then was going to turn around and charge me 130 for a brand new tire for one? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Y'all just throwing numbers out there. And I honestly feel like I shouldn't be having to pay anything because I haven't even had this tire over 90 days. So y'all should honestly be courteous and be either doing it for free or giving me a really good discount. I'm okay with paying for your labor for you to put the tires on, but I'm not okay with paying $170, and I just gave you $200 less than 30 days ago, damn near. Like, that's ridiculous. So I tell him, like, no, that's expensive and I'm not paying it. Y'all, this man hangs up in my face. So I'm like, okay, Brie, like, you don't even have time to be going back and forth. You got to find somebody else to get this handled, because again, I have events this weekend coming up, and I don't have time to be playing and going back and forth. So I ended up like calling different people. Long story short, I ended up finding a guy who's gonna come tomorrow to put the tires on for $100. Okay, cool. So something in my spirit just wasn't sitting right. I'm like, I don't like being played with. I don't like being misused. I don't like being treated bad, and I don't like being hung up on. Like, that right there was beyond disrespectful to me. So I'm like, let me just do some research on this business and just see if I'm the only person that they treat like this, or is this just a regular thing. Y'all, come to find out, this is something that they do. They treat women bad when it comes to tires. It was so many bad reviews, and at the end of this video, I'm a screen record, and I'm gonna post some of the reviews. It was so many reviews, and it was one that I could really resonate with. It was a lady saying, hold on, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, so one of the reviews on Yelp from Amanda P, it says, manager is sloppy and lazy. In parentheses, it says, and not because of his weight. He acted like he could put air in my tire, but as he was doing that, he made sexual suggestion comments about my body. Ladies, protect yourself and steer clear. These type of men don't respect or protect women at all. And when I read that, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, the first time I met him, he did make a comment about my body. He said something about, yeah, for you, I'll give you another new tire. I'll give you another tire. Something about, like, for you, I'll give you another tire because your body is banging. You got a nice body, or something he said along the lines of, like, complimenting me. But it was just kind of like, you're here to do a job, like, fix this fucking tire, sir, and get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think nothing of it. But as I'm reading these reviews, I'm like, damn, this is how you guys run business, and this is not okay. And then there's other men on there, because I'm like, maybe they just do it to the women. So I'm reading the other men's reviews, and men are saying how they told them one price over the phone. They get there, they perform the service or fix the tire or whatever they're supposed to be doing on the person's car, and then when it's time to pay, they tell them a different price, which is a higher price than what they originally quoted them. So it's a lot of people on Yelp giving them 1-star reviews. So I just came to TikTok to let y'all know, do not hit up 24-hour tire connection. Jamil Smith is the owner. Do not reach out to them for any services with your tires, y'all. They are unprofessional, disrespectful, and unethical. And I have not only left a review on their Facebook business page, I left one on Yelp, I left one on Google, and I just filed a complaint with the BBB, which is the Better Business Bureau. They're going to fight to try to help me get my refund of $200, which I'm hoping that does happen. And then I also am going to look into one lady DM'd me, and she told me to file a complaint with the Attorney General. So I'm about to do that next, because she said that they will also help me with getting my money back. And that's all I want. I just want a refund. I don't care for an apology. I don't care for any of that. And I also want to warn people, especially women, do not go and support these people. And what's sad is they're Black owned. And that's another thing. It's like, that's why we can't get far, because we always trying to get over on somebody. Treat people the way you want to be treated, okay? You don't want nobody getting over on you, so don't do it to other people. And that's just my little rant for today. I'm praying that I get this tire and stuff fixed tomorrow, and I can continue to just build my brand, Icy Express. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and let's just try to treat people the way we want to be treated, okay?